You're about to discover something extraordinary, but it's essential to keep your focus and maintain silence about what's ahead. This video is a special message crafted exclusively for those who are truly chosen ones. If you aren't one of the chosen, you may find that this content doesn't align with your inner self. Feel free to stop watching if it doesn't resonate. However, if you are indeed a chosen one, you'll deeply connect with every word I'm about to share. And have you ever felt like you're different? Like you were meant for something greater? Maybe you've sensed that there's a unique purpose set aside just for you, a path that only the chosen ones can walk. In a world full of noise and distraction, it's easy to miss the signs. But those who are truly in tune can hear the whisper of something more, a call from God's divine plan, crafted specifically for you. Only those who are ready, those who have been prepared through trials and tribulations, will recognize the truth in these words. Are you ready to discover if you're the one? When life feels like it's crumbling around you, it's easy to think you're alone in the chaos. But in those moments of heartache, when you're grappling with disappointment, homelessness, or joblessness, remember that there's a greater force watching over you. God's plan for each of us includes moments of trial, yes, but also moments of divine hope. He's not distant, and His compassion isn't just a word, it's a promise. Even when you're walking through the darkest valleys, you're not walking alone. God is right there, ready to lift you up, if only you allow Him. Imagine the power of a simple prayer, whispered in desperation, reaching the ears of the Almighty. This isn't just about feeling better. It's about recognizing that you're part of something far bigger. Each of these struggles is a stepping stone in your spiritual elevation, pushing you closer to the life you're meant to lead. And while it might feel like the end, in reality, it's the beginning of something beautiful. Speaking of beginnings, have you ever wondered what God's plan is for you? You might be staring at the tangled mess of your life, wondering how anything good could come from it. But here's the thing. God's plan for you is often working behind the scenes, like an artist creating a masterpiece from what seems like chaos. Even when circumstances feel impossible, it's important to remember that you're not seeing the full picture. There's a divine blueprint at play, and every twist and turn in your life is there for a reason. This isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in ways you never imagined. Think about how a seed has to be buried in the dirt before it can sprout into something magnificent. Your current trials and tribulations might feel like you're buried, but in reality, you're being planted for a season of growth. Faith in God's plan isn't just a nice idea. It's the anchor that keeps you steady when the storms of life rage around you. So, as you navigate these challenges, remember that every setback is a setup for a new beginning. Speaking of beginnings, what better time than now to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead? When you find yourself in the middle of life's storms, it's easy to wonder why these trials and tribulations are happening to you. But think of these challenges as a refining fire, shaping you into the person you're meant to be. God doesn't send hardships your way to break you. He allows them to prepare you for something magnificent that's just around the corner. Holding on to faith during these tough times isn't just about surviving. It's about growing stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's plan. Consider the story of Job, who faced unimaginable suffering, yet never lost his faith. His trials were immense, but they led to an even greater blessing. Like Job, your faith is the key to unlocking the next chapter of your life, where you emerge not as a victim, but as a victor. Every test you endure is a step toward your spiritual elevation, guiding you closer to your divine purpose. Now, as we talk about new chapters, have you thought about the fresh opportunities that await with every new beginning? The start of a new month, especially one like August, is more than just a change on the calendar. It's a call for renewal. New beginnings are God's way of offering us a clean slate, a chance to step into the next phase of our lives with fresh eyes and a heart full of faith. This is your moment for spiritual elevation, where you can leave behind the burdens of the past and embrace the opportunities ahead. It's not about erasing the past, but about using it as a foundation to build something even greater. Think of August as a time when God is whispering to you, it's time for a new chapter. Maybe it's that job you've been hesitating to apply for, or perhaps it's the relationship you've been meaning to mend. Whatever it is, this is your sign to step out in faith and take action. With each new beginning, God is planting seeds of possibility, waiting for you to nurture them with prayer and purpose. And speaking of purpose, what could be more powerful than stepping into your true calling? Finding your true calling is like discovering a hidden treasure within yourself, one that God has placed there with a specific purpose in mind. But stepping into that calling often means walking a path that's unfamiliar and at times uncertain. It's in these moments of uncertainty that your faith truly comes into play. Trusting in God's plan, even when the way ahead isn't clear, is the essence of spiritual elevation. Remember, you are one of the chosen ones, handpicked for a mission that only you can fulfill. And think about those moments when you felt a tug at your heart, a sense that you're meant for something more. That's no coincidence. It's God's gentle nudge, encouraging you to take that next step. Whether it's starting a new venture, helping others in a way you've never imagined, or simply being a beacon of light in your community, your calling is waiting for you to embrace it. As you consider this, remember the power of prayer as a tool to seek guidance and clarity on this journey. Prayer isn't just a ritual, it's your direct line to God, a way to seek guidance, strength, and clarity in every situation. When life feels overwhelming and the path ahead seems shrouded in uncertainty, turning to prayer can be your anchor. It's through prayer that you align yourself with God's plan, opening your heart to His wisdom and letting His peace calm your soul. Whether you're facing trials or celebrating victories, prayer is your constant companion, guiding you towards spiritual elevation. Consider the story of Daniel, who prayed 3 times a day despite the threat of being thrown into the lion's den. His unwavering faith, expressed through prayer, led to miraculous protection. In your own life, prayer can be the key to unlocking doors that seem firmly shut, providing you with the strength to keep moving forward. As you embrace this powerful tool, think about the community around you. How could prayer strengthen those bonds and offer support in times of need? No one walks the path of life alone, and having a supportive community can make all the difference when navigating trials and tribulations. Surrounding yourself with fellow believers creates a network of encouragement, a safety net that lifts you up when you're feeling down. These connections aren't just for the good times. They're vital during the challenges, helping you to keep faith alive when it's hardest to do so. Remember, God's plan often unfolds through the people He places in your life. Think of a time when a simple word of encouragement from someone close helped you push through a tough moment. That's the power of community support. It's like having an army of prayer warriors by your side, ready to lift you up in prayer and faith. Whether it's joining a prayer group, volunteering together, or simply checking in on each other regularly, these small acts build a fortress of faith around you. And with such a strong foundation, trusting in God's divine promises becomes a natural next step. God's promises are like a guiding light, illuminating the path even when everything around you seems dark. He has promised to protect, provide, and guide you through every trial and triumph. And those promises are unbreakable. Trusting in these divine assurances is an act of faith that can transform your life. When you hold on to God's promises, you're not just hoping for a better future. You're embracing the certainty that He's already at work, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Think of the Israelites, who wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, yet never lacked food or shelter. God's promises sustained them, just as they will sustain you. It's not about understanding every detail of God's plan, but trusting that His timing is perfect. As you move forward, keep these promises close to your heart, They're the compass guiding you toward a life filled with purpose and spiritual elevation, reminding you that every step you take is a step closer to the new beginnings God has in store for you. So, here's the challenge. Are you ready to apply what you've learned and step into the life you were meant to live? God's promises, your calling, and the power of prayer are not just words, they're tools for transformation. What will you do with this knowledge? The choice is yours. But remember, the chosen ones are those who take action. Ask yourself, what's holding you back? Why not start today? And if you're serious about changing your life, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. There's so much more to learn, and you don't want to miss a single step on this journey of spiritual elevation.